What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak the Hype, episode number 190. Thank you guys for tuning in to us here. Breaks are at mojobreak.com, sealed wax at mojobreakshop.com. We've got a nice show today, lots of stuff to talk about. We're bringing back Guess That Price, and Cody is going to be competing with these two clowns to see who wins.
I mean, why are we even competing against Dan, dude?
That's a good point. I ask myself that all the time.
It should have been.
I don't compete against myself. I know.
My money's on Cody. He was a long
He is a
shot.
wild card.
He's a 9-1 long shot on this one. So I put my money, my Doge money in to see if Cody can win.
Hey, new guy Mojo. It's definitely
Speaking
possible.
of wild card,
It's hard to beat Dan though.
Yep.
there's a product that came out called Wild Card Draft Picks Football.
Cool. Is it
Matt Black.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Is he in there?
What company produces that?
Wild Card.
Wild card.
Wild
Yeah.
Card.
But we're also going to talk about Steph Curry today, as you can see. You know, we're Warrior fans. We're talking about his.
It looks good. It has thumbprint on it. Sorry, Doug.
Sorry. I know it does look pretty cool. We're going to see what it looks
yeah.
like. But we're going to talk Steph Curry today. Where does he rank in the hobby and his legend? And we're also going to talk about Dan's guy, Shohei Ohtani. He's going to have a it's just going to be so exciting for Dan right now. He may not be able to contain himself. We're going to talk about Wall Street trading cards. Some kind of weird concept that I found yesterday.
Trading cards.
And we're also going to talk about what's hot in the shop at mojobreakshop.com, which is, you should go check it out. We have some fantastic prices on sealed wax at mojobreakshop.com. But we're going to kick it off talking about a new release today. We got Contenders Basketball 2021. And this was a release for me personally that when it first came on the scene, I was like, basketball collectors are not going to appreciate the Contenders brand. But it's been quite the opposite. The cards look amazing. On-card autos. You have great inserts. C-Rad, I know it's been slowly one of your favorites behind Revolution. Tell us why you love Contenders.
Cracked ice. Always nice. Plus the premium editions to me are actually, they feel better, but they also look better to me than the actual Contenders Optic standalone product, which is a nice product in itself because all the cards you get are chrome and shiny. But the premium editions still, like it says, they feel like a little bit more premium than the Contenders Optic. Always a great design. Like, not a lot of different parallels of the premium editions,
right.
So it's not like they're trying to make a ton of those. So that includes to the rarity of them. Obviously, a lot more rare in 17-18 when they first reintroduced Contenders Basketball to the hobby. But the cracked ice parallel, you can never go wrong. And then the premium editions are nice looking cards, and it's translated really well since they brought the product back in 2017.
And actually, they don't say Optic on the premium ones anymore, which I like, because I think there was a problem before of differentiating if you had a Contenders Optic auto or if you had a Contenders regular
Exactly,
auto, right?
exactly. From the, if you just look at it straight on, they do look very similar, but when you hold them in your hands, you can tell there's a difference in terms of the card stock. Because the back of the Optic Contenders are the same as the front, they feel the same, but the back of the premium editions, well, I guess they're both the same, but there's a little difference of thickness.
Yeah, I mean, and you could actually kind of, we're talking about today, because it's so clean, it's just got a clear white bottom to the card. You can really see whose autograph sucks on these cards. Before, I think it was hidden by the sticker. You can't really tell as much. But here, me and Dan this morning, we're talking about how bad some of these guys' autos were in here, and but that just kind of speaks to how beautiful the card design is. It's just the guys need to do their autos a little bit better. But Dan, what did you think about the Contenders release?
I'm just here to talk about Shohei Ohtani.
Okay.
I
So
think
we should come get you when it's time for the
Yeah,
Ohtani segment.
yeah,
Okay,
yep.
I get you.
I'm going to get my Matt Harvey on.
I'm just, Matt Hart, Qualcomm.
Just here to talk about Qualcomm.
One thing I do want to talk about, a little bit off topic, but it is in the basketball category. These last 2 years of basketball with Zion, Morant, we've got LaMelo this year, we've got Edwards, we've got Wiseman. None of these guys are really in the playoffs. And I think you've seen some of the hobby boxes starting to trend downward on price, which if you go on mojobreakshop.com, we've got great deals on Crown Royale, just a little plug. And the new Contenders is at a really fair price as well compared to the market. But do you guys think that LaMelo moving on would have maybe helped those box prices not go down, or was it just it didn't matter anyway?
I think that without a doubt, LaMelo having at least one full playoff series would have been helpful. It would have definitely been helpful for Wiseman to be playing tonight. It would have been helpful. I mean, you look at all the top rookies, like none of them are playing. The Celtics have a couple guys who are rookies who are playing. They moved on, so they'll have at least a full playoff series. But I don't know, man. Like, I think I said it before. I'm not sold on this rookie class, and I think you have a lot of the collectors who are already looking into next year's rookie class. I know Conrad. I know you love LaMelo. You think he's a generational talent. Mm-hmm. I think in 5 years when we actually look at this rookie class, I think he will be still the guy that we're going to be looking for and chasing, but it might only be one or two guys that we're looking for. And if you actually look at all the rookie years, it kind of breaks down that way.
Right.
There's a lot of times where we're only looking for one player, two players. Very rarely there's like 3, 4, or 5 rookies that you're still chasing 3 to 4 years down the road.
Well, I mean, we do. I mean, if you look at the Eastern Conference, there is an interesting series when it comes to the rookies. It's the Knicks versus the Hawks. Because you do have the chance at, Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickley, and then the Hawks have Ngwanku, which I don't know how many minutes he gets because I haven't really watched many Hawks games, but you're guaranteed that one of those teams is going to move on, right? So it'd be interesting to follow the storyline. I think if the Knicks win and they catch fire and Toppin, or I know Barrett's last year, but that could kind of level out boxes. Do you guys think there's just not enough? And I guess I'll pose this question to C-Rad, and also in the chat, go ahead and chime in. Was the last 2 years of rookie class just too overly hyped? Is that what it is? It just wasn't generational players, or were the prices just too high?
I'm leaning towards back to the thing like of prices coming down, and I think it's the result of the prices just being too high to begin with.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, the main takeaway I would say from that. This year's, generally speaking, most draft years, the top guys aren't playing in the playoffs, right? Within the last.
Well, I mean, you don't generally have a lottery pick if you have a great team already.
Yeah, exactly.
The Warriors are the exception because they had a good team. Everybody got hurt, had a really bad year, got a top 3 pick.
Right.
Yeah. So pretty much, I don't think having a rookie like somebody like LaMelo in the playoffs would help prices a little bit. But I think if you love LaMelo, you're collecting Melo, you're gonna be doing that all year long with the whatever products it is, anyways. I think for me, it really is. I think the prices were just too high to begin with for a lot of these products, and that's why we're seeing some of them come down now. Yeah.
I almost feel like there's going to be a guy that comes out of this that we're not talking about. Like, it's just some player that we pull the auto of, and it's like we don't even talk about him, but then next year people are going to be chasing. I feel like there's going to somebody that's going to come out of this. And it's not going to be LaMelo. I mean, LaMelo I think will be solid. I think the Hornets need a lot of help. Edwards had that dunk, obviously, but the Timberwolves just are never good. It's just they don't matter what pick the Timberwolves have.
Somebody who is like
good.
Not in the top 10.
Like obviously Donovan Mitchell came out like later that same rookie season, but he was a late 20th pick. Something like of that quality that comes out next year and is averaging 10 to 20 points a game that nobody had on their radar. I feel like this is that kind of rookie class that there's going to be somebody. Giannis, 13-14. There was somebody. He came out a couple years later that everybody wanted his cards. I feel like there's going to be somebody that does that.
For me, especially, like, I talk about this all the time on stream as we're doing basketball breaks. There's a lot of folks out there who are writing off this rookie class, and I think it's really unfair just based on the way that these rookies' careers started, right? We're in a pandemic. They got no training camp. They didn't get to play their March Madness at all. They didn't have their usual everything that all these rookies usually get every single year. They were not afforded the opportunity to do any of that. They were just drafted. A month later, you're playing in the NBA, like with grown men who've been playing like forever, right? And then usually most rookies hit a wall anyways, and I can just imagine it's been accelerated because of the pandemic and them just not being able to fully necessarily show what they're capable of either. So I give them I give a lot of these rookies a big pass this year, and this is not
a good point.
This might not be the year where like these boxes are. I can see boxes going down even more, right? But we don't know. Like this could be a good time to buy right now.
Yeah, and Ron brings up the point that there's too much product, and I got a question for Dan to answer here. Not only is there more product being made in the retail SKUs, but we also have the hype behind F1. We have the hype behind UFC. And it's not like when those products came in, there was more buyers that just all of a sudden jumped in too. It was a lot of the same hobbyists. Do you think those sports have kind of taken away from the basketball market?
I think without a doubt. I actually think the UFCs and the Formula One and the golf and all that stuff is absolutely taken away. Because look, not in this hobby, there's not an unlimited amount of money to go around, right? So if people start getting into F1, they're going to take they may be selling some of their basketball cards or taking some of their money, resources that they use to buy basketball cards to buy F1 now.
Right.
I think that's without a doubt is what we're seeing. Because look at what some of the F1 cards go for. Look what some of the UFC cards are going for. Look at what the golf, Artifacts Golf is going for out of the gate. They're getting a premium. So I think that's absolutely, and I think with basketball, you have seen so many products come out, and it's not out of the ordinary. We're seeing pretty much the same releases that we saw last year, but with Formula One, it's easy. There's only 2 releases, so you can really like pinpoint. I like the Chrome. I want to go for the Chrome.
Right.
I like the Dynasty. I want to get the Dynasty. UFC, the same thing. There's only one release, so there's only one product.
Well, they're
that
coming
you
out
can
with
jump
Select.
into. They are, but like right now there is only one product, so you can funnel all your money to that one product without even thinking about it.
You could also say just think about like restaurants compared to restaurants. Like say a new restaurant pops up, you're gonna go try it. Guys.
Somebody from a 209 number calling you too?
No. But basically, like you say you're eating at the same burger joint and you love it, just like you're buying into basketball breaks. But then there's like the new one that comes up, pops around the corner. That's UFC. You're gonna try. All right, I'm gonna try my luck at UFC. Like I can't, I haven't been able to get something in the basketball, or I don't like any of the rookies, and I've already done all 15 of these releases. I'm gonna try out UFC, and I think you get some of that pull coming away from these boxes.
Yeah, basketball's like in and out.
Yeah, yeah. It's like In-N-Out Burger, right? So you don't want to wait in that line. It's really good, but you don't want to wait in that 30-minute line. All right, well, we're going to talk about the GOAT, our Bay Area GOAT here. He's going to be on the center stage tonight against LeBron and them Fakers. We've got Steph Curry, and we want to know, where does Curry rank in the hobby? You can see his prices have continued to explode, and I wanted to see what you guys think. Is there a chance that when the dust settles 20 years from now, people are going to want Curry over LeBron? Does Curry's prices ever hit MJ's prices? Where do you guys think is he the number one behind LeBron right now? We can safely say. Is there anybody that's in front of him? Can you say Giannis is in front of him? Can you say Luka's in front of him in terms of the hierarchy of the hobby?
No.
But what's the cutoff? Like, what are we considering modern? Because I don't know if you can put the Jordan Fleer in there, because I consider that a vintage card.
Yes, vintage.
At this point.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think
Then you could really only compare maybe to Kobe.
I think you have to basically put it into the modern category. So Curry, I guess you could say Kobe as well. So Kobe, Curry, LeBron, Giannis, Luka, Zion, like all the. I guess you can basically group them all together as modern. I don't think it's fair to like compare the card prices of Jordan or Chamberlain or Bill Russell or all those guys, because it's just a completely different pop report.
True. Yeah, it's hard to compare him against vintage.
That's true.
And plus with Chrome and all that stuff that they didn't have back in those Jordan days. But I mean, obviously we are homers. We'll try to take we'll try not to put our homer hat on too much. But I mean, what's your take on where does Curry land? Where does Curry land,
bro? I think I sent the whole group chat that like a lot of people who worked here the text the other day. I mean, outside of hobby real quick, Curry is one of only 4 players in NBA history, along with Michael, Kareem, and Wilt, to win multiple MVPs, multiple championships, and multiple scoring titles. 4 people, including Steph Curry. So, I mean, I feel like there's always been a little disrespect to Curry from people that are not from the Bay Area. They're always trying to find something wrong with him. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. It's like, what else can he prove to you that he's a freaking god, dude?
And
Come on.
That one MVP year, he was almost the most unanimous MVP, right? That anybody's ever been.
I'm like, so in terms of the hobby, dude, he's solidified in the hobby. I feel like, he's got to be a top 5 guy, right? He's got to be a top 5 guy for modern basketball. He's got to be, if not,
I think without a doubt, he's a top 5 guy. But I think the real question is he on the podium? Is he 1, 2, or 3?
Yeah,
I think so. If you take the guys. I would honestly put him in the top 5 of all time, but I know that's blasphemous for some guys that are, not Bay Area fans. But I mean, what this guy's done to the game, I can only say right now that, in my opinion, LeBron is better in terms of hobby value. But what you're going to have with Curry, I mean, he's been on the same team his whole career.
So your collection looks uniform.
That's
one thing.
He looks uniform, and you know what? He's a little bit more likable. He may not be as polarizing. He may not be in the media as much as LeBron, but he doesn't have as many hot takes that rub people the wrong way that LeBron does. Right or wrong, I'm not one to speak on politics, but LeBron does go out and speaks his mind on what he's feeling at the moment. He feels like he's an ambassador to himself, and I think that kind of rubs some people the wrong way, where Curry's been on one team. He kind of toes the line. He's always happy. He doesn't have really much controversy surrounding him as much as LeBron does.
None at all.
But then you look at guys like Tim Duncan, and I know he's not as flashy, and Tim Duncan didn't shoot as many threes, but it doesn't seem like Tim Duncan gets as much love as
in the hobby.
In the hobby at all. So, is Curry like a Tim Duncan, or is Curry?
I think
No.
Curry's
No.
from a hobby standpoint and collectability. I think Curry is far surpasses Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
But
in terms of hobby, Tim Duncan gets disrespected though.
Yeah.
He does. I mean, the amount of championships the guy's won. I mean, they stay with the same team is quite incredible.
I think we've talked about this time and time again. There's got to be a little bit of flash to your game for you to have that little oomph to sell more than other guys, right?
Yeah.
And Curry has that. If you look at all the top guys, they have the little bit of flash, if not a lot of bit of flash,
right?
Like a Giannis or Luka type guys. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, from a hobby standpoint, I definitely put Curry on the podium.
Yeah.
But given the gold to LeBron.
Yeah. I mean, objectively, you
and then Kobe, then Curry.
Yeah.
And that's where I would rank them.
You're putting Kobe second.
I'm putting Kobe second. I'm putting Kobe
in
second.
the modern era.
In the modern era. Kobe did a lot to transcend the sport internationally.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the first one to really do it. Curry and a lot of the players now who are currently playing have taken that and expanded on it. But it was really Kobe as the OG who really expanded the market internationally.
I feel like Curry was kind of like the second ambassador. I mean, because how many times in the offseason has he gone over there and held camps and clinics and stuff?
I think he basically is taking the baton from
it's taking them
from Kobe. But without Kobe, I don't know if basketball is as big as it is today.
Mm-hmm.
I think he really transcended the sport.
100%.
Yeah, I totally agree. So it'll be. I mean, does he have enough? If he goes another 10 years, I mean, obviously he's going to have all the 3-point records, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have 10 years left.
Let's say he has.
He has. I think he has maybe 5 years left, at the most.
5 to 7.
I don't know if he plays 7 more years, man.
What is it?
What
does it take for him to actually be in the conversation of LeBron, MJ? What does it take for him? Is it going to take 3 more championships? Is it going to take?
I don't think Curry will ever. And it's no knock on Curry. I love Curry, but I don't think Curry will ever surpass Jordan or LeBron James in either the hobby or popularity, just in general.
Well, and if you look at this slide, you can see some of these sales. I mean, this is crazy. 2012 Prism, obviously not even a rookie, but is the first year of Prism. Steph Curry, PSA 10, 11,000.
That's just crazy.
I love it.
Almost 12,000.
I just don't even. I actually can't wrap my head around that.
It's just the first year of Prism.
The fifth year
year.
card.
Yeah, I know it is, but first year of Prism. And
I
you
mean,
got the
God, what if you just would have held on to 30, 40, 50 cases of 12, 13 Prism?
Yeah, well, we should have.
We-
We had a
we-
hard time
we
selling
should
it.
have.
It's like the guys, like I've heard stories when I got back in the hobby in 2012. I heard stories of guys that held cases of 0304 Chrome, and they were selling them in like 2008 for like, 10,000 a case or something. And even that back then, I was like, whoa, 10,000 a case.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
now
saying?
they're like 30,000 a box.
Yeah, exactly.
Insanity. 910 National Treasures, not even the true RPA. It's a subset within that year. 45,000 raw. And then this is like befuddling. I had a conversation with somebody that wasn't really quite aware, but like I got into breaks and like around that 16, 17, 18 era.
Yeah.
These immaculate patch autos have just went literally insane. So an 18, 19 immaculate collection red patch auto, 25,000 almost. So ridiculous.
I think there's one in that box over there.
There's a National Treasures one. We also have a patch, just a patch flawless. It's insane. That I think I bought for like $250.
There definitely is a auto relic with a prime patch.
Yeah,
The
there is.
Immaculate? Did you guys have any about?
It may be an immaculate. I don't know.
I think it's NT.
Could
Dude,
be
like
NT.
going back to what really quick too, like you were saying, that what would it take for Curry to do? I know Dan said you think he probably can't catch up. I think personally, he get 2-3 more, he's in that conversation, bro. He has to be respected enough to be put in that conversation. Then.
He isn't Jordan. Like he didn't like Jordan transcended the
He's
game from a marketing standpoint. Like look at everybody's shoes that they're wearing.
Yeah.
They're Jordans. I don't walk around and
Okay.
see everybody going, "Hey man, I just copped the new
Under
I
Armour.
Under
meant
Armours.
just in terms of basketball, just basketball.
But I'm like Jordan's brand and name.
yeah, I'm not talking about branding. I'm not talking about branding.
But you can't look at Jordan without looking at like the Nike and
Yeah.
the Jumpman like brand behind it. Like,
Well, that's
it's-
then you could
it-
obviously say that
it's almost not fair because like
nobody will ever be that.
nobody. That's why
You'll never get there.
You'll never. That's
I meant just in terms of when we think about the greatest players of all times, and people are debating if it's LeBron or Jordan all the time.
I think without a doubt.
Steph's gonna be in that conversation.
in 40, 50, 60 years, there's going to be highlights of Curry playing, and people are going to think of Curry as one of the greatest, if not the absolute greatest shooter of all time.
Oh, he's the greatest shooter.
Like he will have
Undoubtedly.
that title for sure. Nobody is going to be nobody is going to take over that title of being a better shooter than Steph Curry.
Yeah, dude. If you nitpick Curry's career and you pick out a couple of little small things that he hasn't been able to accomplish, it's like you're just
Like no
stretching it
like no
right
finals
now.
MVP.
Well-
But he should have won a couple times.
Yeah.
in one of those championships,
But
especially
the-
the first year without KD.
But
Yeah.
with Curry, and being Warrior fans, we've seen him since his rookie season to now. He has gotten so better every single year.
Yeah.
When he
So
came
much
into the
better.
league, he was a shooting guard.
Yeah,
The Warriors basically made him into a point guard.
Yeah.
He had to learn how to do it. He had to be a facilitator. He had to run an offense. He figured it out. He did it. Now he's great at
his
it.
dribbling massively improved too.
He wasn't a great defender. He wasn't even a good defender. He's gotten a lot better at
He's
defending.
a really good defender.
And
now.
he kind of beefed up this year, I think, which has actually helped his game because I think he's at the point now where he's bigger and more physical than he's ever been, and he's got like the mental. You come to a point you see it in a guy's career when they're young, they're just all athletic and they're not as wise. But once guys become in the league a long enough period of time, they get really wise to where they need to be. And I think he's like at the pinnacle of that right now, and he's like in the best shape of his career. Right, and he took a year off, so. And then lastly, I mean, this blew my mind. I mean, these probably a couple years ago were like maybe 5,000, but a 2009 Topps Chrome Refractor, which I have a regular Topps one, but I hate the photo. I absolutely hate it. I hate that year of the Westbrooks or the Harden's like that too. But $98,000 for a PSA 10 refractor numbered to 500.
Well, there goes my chances of ever owning one.
Of Curry. And we don't even know what RPAs go for. That's a six-figure card easily. The true RPAs, which is shown on the first slide, that's the true RPA there. That is a easy six-figure card.
We had a box of 9-10
We did.
National Treasures.
There was no Curry in there, though.
There was no Curry.
No,
we did it as a personal box. No Curry in there, but we had a box of that, and it really wasn't that long ago.
All right, well, it's time for another giveaway, and it's fitting that Steph Curry is on the cover of this box. So we're going to give away a box of 2021 Donruss T-Mall. Last week's winner, we already put it in the video, but Michael May, congratulations. You won yourself a score box. Please give us your info so we can send that score box to you.
But
we already sent it to him?
No, he already gave us his info.
Awesome. So Michael's already on top of it. But for this week, I want to know what your guys' Mount Rushmore is for basketball. Your top 5. Put that in the comments on the Mojobreak media video. I know that's a little bit more work, but Mojobreak media video, please comment on your Mount Rushmore of basketball players. And because that's going to be pretty interesting. I want to see what people say. And you'll get a chance to win a Donruss T-Mall. It's about a $200 box. It has some exclusive parallels. You got a chance at the LaMelo T-Mall versions and stuff like that. So only on the Mojobreak media video. So if you're watching this live, don't comment now. Wait to go to the Mojobreak media once it's uploaded and comment below on your Mount Rushmore for basketball. But let's it's time for Dan's segment. We're going to wake him up, and he's just going to get all types of excited for his boy Shohei Ohtani. Dan's made about 50 predictions on the hype, and this is one that's kind of paying off.
First off, Hall of Famer is what I am.
I thought you were going to say Shohei Ohtani.
Well, he's a Hall of Famer too, but I bat well over 400 with my predictions. Well over. I mean, I know you're going to go back to one prediction.
Oh, Dennis Smith Jr.? Yeah.
Dennis Smith Jr., yeah. He could dunk. He could dunk. There's no doubt he could dunk.
Now he's at Dunkin' Donuts. So he's working for Dunkin' Donuts.
But, yeah, I was wrong once. But tend to be right a lot.
Well, you waited on that Ohtani. You did. I mean, I was jumping ship last year after the second injury that he had, basically that derailed last season. He was injured in his first season. Hasn't been injured quite this year yet. I know he's had some soreness, had some couple days taken off, but I mean the man is on fire and looks like he's transcending baseball and he's in the conversation for MVP. He's in your conversation for greatest of all time, apparently. What do you see in this in Shohei Ohtani and his future?
What don't you see in him? What does he not do? Does everything.
Doesn't steal bases.
No, he does. He actually does. I think he actually leads the Angels in stolen bases.
Okay, well, he's not a good bunter.
You don't need a bunt when you hit the ball 450 feet.
He does have some great home runs. I'm really trying to be devil's advocate. At this moment in time, it's very hard for me to go against you.
It doesn't matter. He is 100% the most exciting thing in baseball today.
So you think he's going to win MVP this year?
He should win MVP. He should win Cy Young. He should win Comeback Player of the Year. He should win Manager of the Year. I think he's managing that squad as well.
He's filling the lineup card.
He does it all. He does it all.
You can see some of these prices here. A Bowman Chrome Orange, $23,000, and a first Bowman Chrome. The pitching one was the first one that came out. So if you're new to the hobby, the pitching one is the one you want. That's the first one that came out. The batting one came out later in the season. Now it's under the Bowman Chrome umbrella. Yeah, $65,000 or best offer. We don't know exactly what that sold for, but that's a lot of coin for Shohei. Are you buying Shohei or are you selling Shohei?
I actually was looking at it today. He's still undervalued.
Oh, my God.
I know. How do I do it?
You know what?
Still undervalued.
I will say this to Dan's point, too. It's and specifically in this case because it's Shohei Ohtani. When it's an international player in any sport, I'm guessing especially in baseball because it's pretty huge international over there in Japan, especially. Those guys are going to really go crazy over those cards.
Well, then sell them to them. I will gladly sell my Shohei Ohtanis to those guys because I'm a seller right now because I've been through the ups and downs, mostly downs with Shohei Ohtani
You just got
cards.
no faith.
I just have seen
got-
a pattern.
You got paper hands, bro. You got paper hands.
I may have paper hands, but the reason why the guy's been overused. He does it all, and he's tired, and he's probably going to injure something.
He isn't tired.
How do you know?
He's not tired. He's not tired.
He's a young man.
Nobody can get him out. And he gets everybody out. Can you say that about anybody else?
I just don't know if we're going to have another peak, which is actually kind of funny because the whole uprise of this whole hobby kind of started with Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
And now we're back around talking about Shohei Ohtani again, which is it's just like it kind of comes back in cycles, right? So, 17 had Aaron Judge and Cody Bellinger, which kind of let in. But then Shohei Ohtani, there was mania going on. There was like $40,000 Shohei Ohtani autos. There was that bounty that Blowout put out for like $500,000 for a super fractor.
Yeah, but Aaron Judge isn't living up to the hype.
No, he's not.
Shohei is living up to the hype. Bellinger, you got to say, I mean, he's injured, but Bellinger is a top 10 player in the league.
Yeah.
But he's been injured pretty much the whole season.
What is Ohtani, a top 10 player in the league, you're saying? Oh, God.
Dan, hold on. Let me ask you a question, Dan.
I mean, he's the best.
Dan, let me ask you a question. Do you think Shohei's prices will eclipse Trout's at some point? Maybe not this season, maybe
question.
not next season.
That's a tough one.
If he puts together, and this is, he's on a historic run right now, but if he puts together 5 years in a row like he's putting together right now,
Yeah, that's fair.
there's no doubt.
That's fair.
Actually, he will eclipse any modern player.
I'm glad you put that in there.
Yeah. His cards will be
Trout's
more.
the-
They'll be more
Trout's
than like
the pinnacle.
52 man.
52 mantle. Nah. Ohtani.
Okay.
I just haven't seen enough to put that stamp on it. I think right now it's like the Bitcoin at 63,000. That's where I'm at with Ohtani. Like it's time. Like you may not have another opportunity to sell because the guy may get injured again because that's historically he's been injured. He came in. You were talking about him.
He's been in the league for 3 years.
And he's been injured 3 years.
He had Tommy John. All pitchers have Tommy John. You just basically you get drafted, you go have Tommy John, and then 3 years later you start pitching.
I specifically remember, and this was before he made his debut when we were talking about it on Hype, like number 10 or whatever it was. You specifically came out and said that he had already had injections in his arm and that he's not going to last. Well, that's actually the best thing you said because that's been proven. He hasn't lasted until right now, which is it's really
the
a small
injection
sample
was
size.
to try to prevent
Tommy John. Yes, and then it ultimately led to Tommy John.
But no, whatever they put in it's magic.
Yeah, that robot arm or something.
It's magic. He's the if you watch. He is a reason to watch baseball.
But
bring the kids in, have the kids watch Ohtani. They'll love it. They'll become baseball fans.
But the Angels won't even make the playoffs. They're 18 and 22. They're third or fourth in that division.
It's not his fault.
I know.
He's only one man. And the funny thing is that
no, apparently he's two. He hits any pitches.
But we've always were like, man, if Trout can just get some help around him. What else do you need, Mike Trout?
Well, Mike Trout was batting 400, but now he's
What
hurt.
else do you need?
What else do you need, Michael Jordan Trout?
I think I don't know. I don't know. The Angels may just
You're
be one
like,
of those
hey,
teams.
well, it'd be really helpful if we got a pitcher. You got one. You got one of the best ones in the league. Man, I really need somebody to protect Mike Trout in the batting order. You got one. You got the best in the league. What else do you need?
One more piece.
All right, well, let's move on. It's up to you guys. Also, if you want to comment below, there's no giveaway attached to it. But if you want to comment on the Shohei Ohtani situation, are you buying? Are you selling? What do you think his future is? I want to know. I want to see if people are on my team or on Dan's team because maybe I'm not looking at it as far as the player aspect of it, but I'm looking at it as the investment. I'm saying like, hey, I may not have another chance to sell my Ohtani. I'm not an Angels fan personally. If he's on the Giants, it'd be a different story. I keep Giants cards. I don't keep other teams' cards. So I'm thinking it's time to sell. But let's talk about selling. In terms of selling, I know a lot of people had a tough day at the old investment. But Wall Street trading cards. This came up on my Facebook. I had to take a double take. They got me to click. They got me on it. So I clicked on this. And I'm like, Wall Street trading cards. I'm like, what is this? So it doesn't look like any of the major companies behind it. There's 3 guys, all with the same last name. I'm assuming they're related. They're behind this. And it's 3 packs per box, 10 cards, per pack, and each box will give you a share of a random stock. So you could get an Apple stock.
Yeah, wrap your head around
You
that.
could get an Amazon stock. You could get Caterpillar.
But who are the cards? Are there hedgies?
No, the cards are the symbols, I believe. They didn't show any images of it, but I believe they're like, you'll get base cards of Apple or base cards of Amazon.
I was like, I don't want base cards of hedge funds. I'm cool, bro.
No, it's all the main stocks that you see every day. Tesla, GM, all this
Tesla,
stuff.
GM, Caterpillar, Luckin
And
Coffee.
then one of them, you'll get a stock of.
Stock. Yeah, you'll get one stock, true stock. But you don't know. It's at random.
Right, and it's $140.
It's $140.
And
Nice.
what
I bought some. I'll report back on this, on how it turned out for me. The only question is, I guess you got to it's a redemption card, and then they have to you have to log into some certain account, and then they transfer it. So I don't think it actually goes in your E-Trade or anything like that. I don't know how that works. Maybe that'd be a question for these guys, these Wall Street trading card guys. Now I know people buy cards to be able to flip them on eBay, but at first I was like, isn't this almost the same as like just putting cash in an envelope and then wrapping it in a box in a sense? Isn't it kind of that same thing?
It does say, it does talk a lot about being an educational product for learning about the stock market.
Okay.
There's a lot about that, and I don't see education and investing.
Brings you the balance like fun facts. Apple. Also, it gives you little like.
Yeah, it has their 52-week high, their 52-week low, shows their stock symbol, blah, blah, blah. They have Coca-Cola. So they have all their odds. One thing that they weren't completely transparent about is how many boxes they made. Somebody asked them on their Facebook how many boxes they made, and they kind of diverted, and they said limited. They didn't say how many, which I would have liked them to say how many are made, because if they could just keep... I ordered 2 boxes, so I will see.
I might have to order one for the show too.
They have you can view if you go on their website, wallstreettradingcards.com. I'm saying it buy at your own risk. I'm not saying, hey, this is a strong buy, because I don't know. I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah, they actually. It's not like they hit us up and we're advertising. We are advertising for them.
We
now.
totally are.
It's not like 3K right now?
Yeah, it's
yes.
a lot.
So
It's a
yeah,
lot.
so 3K, but it's 260 to 1 odds to get Amazon. So to me, that tells me that
Per box.
260. There's only one in 260 boxes. Okay. So that to me, that tells me they made 260 boxes, in my opinion, because that's the highest odds, right? 130 to 1 get AT&T, 9 to 1 to get eBay, and they have all the odds.
Hold up. I'll throw some numbers at you right now, because I got some of those stocks here.
So what's the lowest you can get here?
So let's go to the one that. Give me one that
bottom.
is a.
Well, see, it said McDonald's stock is 5 to 1, right? So you get 5 to 1 to get McDonald's stock, but I was confused because
you actually get it. You actually
By the way,
get-
this is not
you don't,
financial
You don't
advice,
get
guys.
you don't get McDonald's stock. You get a double cheeseburger.
See, McDonald's stock is $230, right? So that you made $100, but so how would they do that? That's what I don't understand.
All right, Bank of America right now is
5 to 1. That's pretty good.
Bank of America is about $42 a share.
Okay, so you lose there.
All right, give me one of those.
Starbucks.
Starbucks. I got the old Starbucks. 109.
All right, so that's kind of a.
That's kind of a loser.
How
but
about
it's not bad.
Coca-Cola?
Wow, Starbucks is only $1 a share. Don't we
No,
all?
not dollar share.
Oh, 109. I was like, bro.
Yeah, 109.
I'm pretty sure we all drink Starbucks every day.
340. Okay,
That's
all right.
That's came up.
eBay.
The Bay.
Yeah, area.
eBay 59.66 right now.
$59.
59, 60
Okay,
bucks.
so yeah, that's one that's
That's a loser.
So I don't know.
Twitter I think is definitely more, I think.
Okay, I'm copping a box just for the show that I'm gonna do.
Twitter is 53 bucks.
Okay, so there's definitely obviously. I mean, they're obviously probably a for-profit company. They're not going to give you more than they sell the box for.
But it also when did they buy the stock?
Right, exactly.
I mean, if you would have, when the market tanked in March of 2020, and you just bought, I mean, how do you buy it to transfer it? Though?
I know that's what I don't understand.
That's the thing
either.
that I
they
don't,
must have
I
that
don't-
figured out.
I don't understand.
All right. Well, we're getting short on time, and I got a couple more topics to go over before we get into Guess That Price. I wanted to talk about this because, we don't break this product specifically, but there is a lot of breakers that break this product. It's a buyback, and it's called Fantasy Sports Breaks. Like I said, we really kind of spend our due diligence and only break products that we feel comfortable with and know the company. To this moment, we only do Hit Parade and Leaf and Break King. This is a product that a lot of breakers have been doing. I've seen the name floating around for a year, 2 years. It's an absolute dumb name that needs to be completely changed. So if you're a breaker and you're watching this show, you need to reach out to whoever you're buying this from and tell them to change the name. There's been several breakers that have had their websites shut down, and my investigation, my looking into this, all comes back to them selling.
The common denominator is all of them seem to be breaking this Fantasy Sports Breaks product.
Correct. And the shopping, like Shopify or any of these big.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yep. A lot of these big companies, these cart companies, Fantasy Sports is on customers' receipts. Well, they don't do gambling. You can't create DraftKings. It's not feasible. You can't do that.
That's what was
so
happening.
They are shutting it down because it's gambling in their opinion. But this has nothing to do with gambling because it's a buyback product. So why would you name your product Fantasy Sports Breaks when it has nothing, absolutely zero, to do with fantasy sports at all?
Yeah.
So just change the name. Just make it Don's Buyback or Don's Sports Cards or something, whatever. Just simplify it. Just take the fantasy sports names out and do away with it.
Yeah.
And you might want to contact your distributor if you're somebody that carries this. And what are my next steps, especially if you've lost out on some income on this, because this is not good.
To your point, actually, let's take it a step further, because we probably reach a lot of collectors that just listen to the show and are not break companies necessarily. If you know anybody that you break with, whether it be a Facebook breaker, Instagram breaker, whoever you break with, and they do this product, let them know to contact the company that they buy it from, because they need to change their name. That's why, like Doug was saying, these companies.
It's
are
like if I sold my website was like gambleporn.com.
Whoa.
Like I could not get Shopify. I could not get any of these major processing carts to let me
I'm
sell.
intrigued though. I want to know what it is.
I'm just saying, those are two flagged words as well.
I'm intrigued. I'd like to know.
Well, we'll have another meeting beside that. I can't find a card processor. I own the domain now. I'm just saying, you can't have keywords that are illegal, and basically fantasy sports is illegal in some states, and you cannot sell it if you're using a Shopify platform or these platforms that have already flagged this stuff. And a lot of these guys do not know that this is what's causing this, is the fantasy sports. So I'm just saying.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does, right? I mean, you can't have these certain keywords because now all these customers have this on their receipt. So the Shopify, whoever's their cart processing, is now looking at this going like, there's a lot of risk. There's a lot of risk on all these people to charge back.
I mean, there's been a lot of buyback products that have come out, and a lot of them have some pretty bad names. This one wins.
Yes.
This was not a well thought out name. There wasn't a sit down and maybe a 20-minute focus group, throw around some names a little bit, maybe a little whiteboard. They didn't do that. They're just like, what do you like? Fantasy sports, breaks, nail it, done.
I'm thinking of a hotel with 2 trees.
The old
Double tree. Yes, done. Meeting adjourned.
yes, the Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg, yes. So I'm just saying, like, kind of a public PSA, announcement here. Like, if you know anybody breaking this product that's still currently breaking this product, let them know that they're putting their whole business at risk at this point, where they may have to uproot their business and find another cart processor because they're not going to be able to sell products. They're not going to be able to sell Prism or National Treasures or stuff that doesn't have Fantasy Sports Breaks in their name because they're deciding to carry Fantasy Sports Breaks.
You wouldn't see Panini or Topps come out with a product that says anything about fantasy sports in the title. Like, they wouldn't do it. None of the top manufacturers would do it.
Right.
They got a legal team. They
Right.
understand.
Right, exactly. It'd just be like if they made trading cards of alcohol. You could not make trading cards of alcohol and sell it and it not get flagged. If you're like, it would be like you were selling alcohol on a Shopify website. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So, All right. Well, we have a segment called What's Hot in the Shop. You can find it on our Mojobreak Media. We're actually going to play this now. We're going to come back, and we're going to have the Guess That Price Challenge with Cody making his debut. Let's see if the rookie can come in here and take down these grizzled vets, see if he can claim the title of Guess That Price. And we're doing a little differently this. I think I could give Cody a chance. We're doing 8 different sports.
Yeah.
Eight cards, 8 different sports.
I ain't winning,
there
but
isn't
I'll
8
give it a
sports.
shot. You know what I'm saying?
That doesn't exist.
8 different categories.
Pretty hard to beat, Dan.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and play that, and we're going to do a little switcheroo, and we'll be right back. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to Mojobreak Media. This is another episode of What's Hot in the Shop. Mojobreakshop.com is the website for all your hobby box needs, and we're going to go over some of the stuff that's really popular in Santa Clara here at our Mojobreak shop.
First, we're going to talk about Pokemon. We got Zacian and Zamazenta, ETB Plus boxes, and the cool thing about these is there are no regular ETB boxes. In this box, you get 12 packs, and the regular, you got Shining Fates and Champion's Path, which is 10 packs, but these are a little cool. You get 12, and you also get 65 card sleeves. You get guaranteed cards of Zamazenta and Zacian.
Next one is one of my favorites, 2021 Bowman. It's going to be the first cards of some of the biggest names in baseball. Every player has gotten their start in Bowman, whether it be Mike Trout, Buster Posey, Ronald Acuna. Well, this group has Austin Martin for the Blue Jays, as well as Yoelqui Cespedes on the White Sox as well. So there's a lot of up-and-coming prospects in this. We have it in Mojobreak Shop not only as a hobby, but we have the jumbo version as well. So stack up on your latest first Bowmans. Believe it or not, guys, racing, one of the hottest sellers. This is the first edition of the F1. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to watch that Netflix special. It's 3 seasons in now on F1, but Lewis Hamilton cards are insane. And you're having the chance of getting one of his first cards in this set. He has a lot of different parallels to chase. He has variations, he has autographs. So these are selling like hotcakes in the shop. F1 Chrome, get them while they last.
All right, now for the football lovers, you got new 2021 score. You get a chance of chasing new Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Mac Wilson, and Trey Lance. 10 packs, 40 cards per pack, 400 cards in this box. And we have it here at Mojobreak today. So come on down, get your new 2021 score before they run out. Select NFL blaster boxes, and with the blaster boxes, you know what's good with those? We got hanger boxes. We got select NFL hanger boxes, and we have Donruss Optic hanger boxes. So for all the people who can't get them at Target anymore, you know, come down to Mojobreak. We got you guys with the hookup. You gotta have cello packs, right? So fat cello packs here at Mojobreak for select.
All right, NBA Finals just about to start. We've got lots of basketball. Newest release, Crown Royale, where you can get the prime silhouette rookies as well as the kabooms. Everybody loves kabooms. Those are usually about 1 per case, so chase those. We also have a special on MojobreakShop.com for any basketball box. Use code FINALS. Use code FINALS, and that will save you 15% off. Probably one of our biggest sales of the year. Load up on Prism, Mosaic, Chronicles, any of the stuff that you like. Use code FINALS at checkout, and that'll save you 15% off any of our basketball releases. All right, we are back with Guess That Price. I'm your host, Gene, and I'll be going over some cards here, and they're going to be competing. And we'll see who wins. What's your guys' money on? I want to know who's going to win this. Let's pick a winner.
I don't know. I'm
Make
just
your
here,
predictions.
I was told there was gamble porn. I'm here for the gamble porn.
I want to know what it is.
We'll have a separate board meeting for that. Well, I have a great idea for that one. But anyways, all right. So we got 8 cards. We're going to go over. Guess That Price, and we're going to see who wins. It's 8 different categories of trading cards. So we're going to start. We're going to start with baseball. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Yes.
You guys ready? All right. So we have.
That's the big boy.
That's $1 million right there.
We have a Juan Soto 2016 Bowman Chrome Gold Refractor 9/5/10, and those are numbered to 50. That's his first Bowman.
So I don't get any ideas from the chat.
First Bowman, Juan Soto. He looks a little skinny on the photo, but it's from the iconic 2016 Bowman Chrome. I want to see what you guys' guesses are on the chat for this card. And these are all via auction. I did not do any buy it nows on these. These are all these cards are via auction. Ended pretty recently. Juan Soto, gold.
We got a sell date for this This one.
These are all within the last 30 days.
Okay.
All within the last 30 days. So I don't know who wants to go first. I guess Dan's the champion. I guess the self-proclaimed champion.
I didn't
This whole
self-proclaim anything. It was Conrad.
So let's go with
Dan wins like 90% of these, dude.
Right.
Let's go with Dan.
All right. 34,000.
All right. Who wants to challenge that?
46,500.
Man, we're really going prices right. $50K.
It is numbered to $50,000 a
50
number.
for 50.
46.5, bro.
Well, the rookie comes in and gets 1 point. It was $80,000. $80,199 for good measure.
But it wasn't.
$80,000 this card sold for, guys.
No, it didn't.
So
I believe
Cody on the board first. 1 point for Cody. I got to take a tally of points. We've got Cody on the board, and
This was the gimme. I only did an entire video series about prices of cards heading into the season, so I should
80 grand?
$80,000. Is that a good investment, Dan?
His name isn't Otani.
One Bitcoin. No, 2 Bitcoins now.
I'll tell you right
2
now.
Bitcoins.
2.5 Bitcoins
Yeah,
now.
2.
Is Juan Soto a good pitcher?
He's no Otani. All right, we got
Good
the next
dancer
one.
in the batter's box.
We got the next one. We're going into football. We've got a 1-of-1, flawless, on-card, Patriots uniform, Randy Moss.
Oh, the almost perfect team.
Catch that.
The
beat
almost
running,
perfect
like Randy
team.
Moss.
And I guess since Cody, I'll give you guys some chance to write this in. But Randy Moss was not in every flawless. He kind of came around the last couple years. And some of his prices fetched a premium. So 1-of-1, Randy Moss. And when you guys are ready.
I'm locked in.
I feel like I'm going to be way off.
I'm off. I'm not going to win this one. I'm not going to win it.
What do you guys got in the chat? What do you guys got on Randy Moss, 1-of-1, flawless greats?
Winner of the last round goes first.
All right.
All right. I think I went way low on this. 8.5K.
You went way
85.
low.
I think I went way low. Frankly, I don't know. I have
That's
no
low.
idea.
Okay. All right. All right.
No, see.
That's low.
2650.
Oh, jeez.
26,000?
Yeah, see.
No, 2600
Okay.
and $50.
2,600.
2650, bro.
And Dan.
2,100.
They didn't go. They
right,
didn't
see.
have the perfect season. Come
This
on
is
now.
where the noob.
Dude, it's only Randy Moss.
Dan takes that one. Gets himself on the board. That card sold for $1,380. So
Okay.
Cody
I
shot.
knew it wasn't high.
Cody
but
got a little confident in that one.
I thought
Shot
I
a
was
little high.
85,000.
Yep.
They're all worth 85,000, right?
C-Rad is you're losing right now, man. You got to get this one.
This game is rigged, bro.
You got it.
All right.
You got well. We got one for you to get you on the
Focus,
board here,
focus.
C-Rad. We got one for you.
There's one thing I know is Randy Moss.
All right, we got 2020 Panini Prism Anthony Edwards Silver Prism Auto PSA 10. Anthony Edwards
I could be in the ballpark for this.
Prism Auto. Silver Prism Auto. Ron says, good thing he didn't collect football. He was way off.
Yep.
Hey, there was somebody that guessed 7,500, so they were right on there with you, Cody. So
1-of-1.
You
It's
got,
Randy
you got
Moss.
some people in the club right there. All right, so who wants to go first? We got Dan going first on this one. Anthony Edwards, Silver Prism
Oh,
Auto.
1 second.
What is your pick?
1 second.
Silver.
Are you using random.org?
One second. I realized it's graded.
It's
Yeah.
graded. Yeah, it changes it. I mean,
Yes.
it has to at least 10 times the value, right?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. Hard to get into PSA. It's hard to get in there.
5,200.
Dan with the 5,200.
It's graded, dude. You know how hard it
graded.
is to get anything. It's automatically worth more than $300.
See,
That's what it costs to get graded.
See,
1375.
1,000?
Yeah, 1,030.
Dude.
1,375?
Going a little high again. $9,000.
1 trillion.
Yep.
one Dogecoin.
Bruh.
Oh, man. It looks like C-Rad gets himself on the board. We got $2,958.88.
Dude,
I was gonna be very sad if I didn't get that
but
right.
that might be pop 1.
Could be. So is that a good deal?
That's
$3,000?
why I went so high. I actually
think
looked.
it is.
I looked at the pop report on Prism Basketball.
Yeah, we last week, right?
Yeah, there's like 380 cards have been graded or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Or
And he was legit
maybe,
to end the
maybe more
season.
than that. Maybe like 1,300, but like nothing like we saw in like 1920.
The only reason I feel like this one is low is because that's not the true rookie auto. That's the
I almost
sensational
threw
subset.
there was a Mojo that sold for 6,000. Same set.
well,
I
that's
could
what
not
you
believe
because I would have put 52. I would have been closer.
you would have kept
I
it
would have put the same amount.
I would have went home if I didn't win that one. I would have just walked out.
That's your
right.
category, man.
That's fair.
Are we tied here?
That's right. I think we're all
Actually,
tied.
you know what? And Wiseman did win in the chat with 2,700. He was right on the button. Yes, we are in a three-way tie, 1-1 here, and this is where things start getting wacky. So we're gonna head down hockey lane here, and we're gonna go with a 2005, 2006 rookie SP Authentic Sidney Crosby auto. Those are numbered to 999. 10 on the auto. Probably low pop. There is 1,000 of them. Probably not all of them gemmed like that. 9.5 gem mint with a 10 autograph. Sidney Crosby.
This is his rookie.
Yeah, it is his rookie.
But that's
autograph.
not the
I heard
rookie,
this
right?
guy's pretty good.
That's not like the rookie you would want.
That
Crosby.
is.
I heard that guy's
Or
pretty
is
good.
That would be
mean, it's
I'm
Crosby,
gonna
right?
give a little help here because I'm in it. I'm in this. I think I can say this would be considered one of the best rookie autos to get.
One of the better ones.
One of the
yes.
better ones.
The cup would obviously be
but the cup would be a patch auto.
Yep.
So this would be probably similar to a Contenders rookie auto.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And yeah, he's. I mean, I guess you could kind of say
Ready?
that Sidney Crosby is the LeBron James of hockey, right?
You ready?
All right. So who's going first?
$35,000.
I way undersold
That
this.
that's not a terrible guess.
No, it's not. 12,500.
26,500.
That undersold this.
26,500.
Yep.
Well, Cody gets himself on the board. I think we're going into or back on the board with number 2, and the card sold for $8,760.
Okay, that's wrong.
Hockey collectors,
That's
you
wrong.
disappoint me, bro.
That's
Hockey
wrong.
collectors,
That is.
look yourself in the
I
mirror.
will buy
dude.
that right now.
Dude, hockey collectors. I thought you guys had a lot of money, man.
I will trade you 36,000 Dogecoin for that card.
That just goes to show you that it might be an opportunity to buy the greatest active hockey player
Give me some
at a
Crosby.
pretty fair price.
Give me some OV.
You think
Dude.
us basketball collectors would ever let a LeBron go for $8,000?
No. Yep. It looks like Joe in the chat got that one as well.
That equivalent, if that was LeBron, that has to be like $120,000
Probably.
card.
Easily.
So you
Yeah.
can make that. I mean, there's not as much eyeballs on the hockey segment, but yeah, that's a pretty fair price. All right, so now we're gonna go into soccer. All right, we got a first year of flawless soccer. Actually, there's only been 1 year of flawless. On card, Leo Messi, 6 of 15, and it's encased. So not graded, but it's encased because it is one of the main hits of the box. First and only year of flawless soccer, and it was the World Cup year. 6 of 15.
Go!
All right, so who's Cody goes first because Cody
Oh, no, don't go
Cody
yet.
got that round.
I feel like we're gonna be really surprised by this price, and I don't know.
You think it's gonna be lower?
No, I think this is gonna be. I have no idea anymore. $30,000.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but
but
it's
it's
you're
$7,500.
yeah, you're out of your mind.
$7,500.
7,500 C-Rad.
Yes.
6,500.
Maybe I'm right.
Cody, almost dang near seal the deal. $22,000.
No.
What did I
No.
say?
No.
$22,000.
There's no way.
Messi's the best.
There's no way.
It's the biggest sport
Dude,
in the world.
there's 14 more
only one
of that exact card.
only set World Cup
Dude.
year, best player in the world.
I bought the Upper Deck UDA thing for like $8,000. And it's like it fits up a whole wall. You could like wallpaper your house with Messi autos.
We could not sell that product, Dan. I bet you those cases.
There's
are
a
like
lot of them,
50
Doug.
grand
We
now.
couldn't sell.
There's a lot of them we could. Oh man, yeah, the greatest in the world, and it's an on-card flawless. You
not
also got to keep in mind that a lot of
Ronaldo.
the Leo autos are not on card, and this is the highest end
Dude,
Leo
I-
Messi auto.
I disagree with that price.
So Cody,
I don't.
with a 3, and we only have
Dan, how could you let this happen, dude?
we have 3 left. So you guys need to really step up because if Cody gets another one here, it's over. All right, so we're going to go into golf. We're going into golf. And Artifacts Golf just came out. You can find breaks of Artifacts Golf on Mojobreak.com, random letter style. We got a number to 10, Bryson DeChambeau, rookie auto. It's a sticker, just out of the brand new Artifacts Golf. And we'll see what you guys
it
think.
numbered?
It's numbered, yeah.
It's numbered?
It's numbered to 10.
Only 10.
It's numbered to 10?
Numbered to 10.
I don't even know that guy.
You know that's big money right
And
there.
that's the guy. He likes to work out, likes to hit the ball
That's
hard.
Popeye right there.
That's-
That's Happy Gilmore.
That's Zion of golf, right?
Yeah, or LaMelo, depending on how
There
you look on
are
it.
also so many guys who I didn't realize are rookies in Artifacts. Like Justin Thomas is a rookie. Tony Finau. Like big names I didn't even realize because it's been, 5
I know
years?
Justin Thomas. I didn't even
Right.
realize.
That's,
that.
that's kind of a big one.
I think you're just making up some names now. They're just random people.
All right. Well, Cody gets to start it
Shooter
again.
McGavin.
Shooter McGavin.
Some
I know
Ting
that name.
Wong.
It's something one.
$1,000.
Damn.
Huh?
3,500.
Dude, it's $1,000 a box. Isn't it like
3,500.
Yeah, you're right.
3,500 for, C-Rad?
Yes.
How much was that, C-Rad?
3,500.
8,900.
8,900.
See, even Doug knows you didn't
It's
win.
numbered to
He's
10.
laughing like crazy.
It's numbered
over
to
there.
10. It's Zion.
Well,
It's numbered to 10. It's numbered to 10.
my 9-1 bet pays off. That card sold for $1,630.
Dan, how
Then
could
Cody-
this happen?
Why?
Takes it home.
Then why buy a box for $700?
No, it's more than that.
Why?
I'm buying
I know.
it at
I think it's
$700.
like 700. But why? Why? If that is like the biggest card you can get,
Well, there's other subs. There's diamond autos of him that have sold for more.
Tiger's in there.
that is a number to 10 of the guy you're looking for, the rookie, and it sold for $1,000.
Golf collectors, you disappoint me. You think we
1,600,
would let a
man.
LeBron rookie go for that
Whatever,
price?
man.
1,600.
$1,600, $1,000,
That's what I'm
whatever.
saying. There's a ton of other good rookies, and you got Tiger.
He has a great penmanship.
I think that was
gotta
a
give
good
him that.
investment. That was a good investment.
Slick auto.
It is.
Golf
Good
collectors,
looking
come
auto.
on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Well,
Don't you care about your hobby? Like
We've got.
You didn't get cards for 5 years, man.
We've got.
this is how you repay Upper Deck?
All right. Well, we've got two more, even though it's just for fun at this point because Cody.
Hey man,
just
we're
slaughtered
playing.
you guys.
We're playing for silver.
Slaughtered you guys. Yes, you are playing for silver. That's right. Let's see who gets second place on the podium here. We've got racing and we've got F1, and you guys know where I'm going with this one. We're going Lewis Hamilton, orange,
Sapphire.
cracked ice. Oh yes, orange sapphire, number to 25. What do you guys think? And Cody's first. He's been first the whole time. So, and I'm cashing out that 9-1 ticket. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the chat? Lewis Hamilton.
All right.
I'm going 3.75K.
5,000. 5,000.
All right. And that was $3,750.
What? How much?
Yeah,
Cody.
3,750.
3,750.
That's right.
Dan hasn't gone yet.
I haven't gone yet.
No,
That was
I
me.
haven't
That was
said
me.
it.
I haven't gone yet.
I was confirming his bid.
Okay. 29,500.
There we go.
29,00005.
Yeah.
Dan, you lost it, man.
The card sold for $12,258.
Oh, actually,
so
I'm the closest. I'm the
C-Rad.
closest.
C-Rad gets that one. C-Rad, the Lewis Hamilton expert in the building.
You disappoint me, Formula One collectors.
$12,258. And let's mention it is raw for our
I
podcast.
no, and I get that, but it's also
That's his true rookie card.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, his true base card.
it's
'Cause he has a
out
lot of subsets.
But it's out of sapphire too,
It is.
which is like extremely short printed.
Yeah.
True.
I didn't know that. I thought this was from the regular one.
Yeah. 29K. I think that's what it should.
Well, if somebody should contact Dan, it looks like he's willing to pay $29,000 for that card.
don't contact me with these prices. I don't like.
He'll give you a Bitcoin for it. Anyways, yeah, he has that seductive look, Sanford says in the chat.
Man.
All right, maybe C-Rad might have this one on lock. We're going to go UFC Prism,
Oh.
and we are going to go a gold autograph of champion Amanda Nunes. It's numbered to 10. Amanda Nunes, gold auto out of the debut UFC Prism.
Yo, if I win this one, I know I'm 1 point short, but like,
No, you're
Is there another
you'll be
one?
1 point short.
Is there another one that I can tie?
No.
Get double for getting the exact price.
Okay. Yeah. If you get the
Oh,
exact.
Why did I just do that? Why did I suggest that? I don't know. Let's.
But I think C-Rad's you're first at this
Yeah.
one.
I got you. I got a good price on this one. $39.50. So $3,950.
$39.50.
2,500.
3,950.
2,500 for me.
2,500, Cody. And Dan.
$17.50.
1,750.
1,000. Yeah, not $17.50. I got close though.
One of you guys were only off by $100.
Dan?
Only $100. The card sold for $4,050. So C-Rad, pretty close. Didn't get double points.
I don't.
But made it respectable.
I don't get it.
King Kong.
If we had one more, I mean, you made a run at the end, C-Rad. If you
I
had
almost
only-
got the double points, right?
You almost did.
100
100 off.
100
That's
bucks off.
pretty incredible. I would have never. If I was actually, I would say like $800 personally. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
have been in the ballpark.
I knew when you popped up this Amanda Nunez, I was like, I'm gonna win at least this one right here.
Well, you did get the basketball in the UFC category. So, but yeah, see, Cody comes in and just destroys you guys.
That's
so,
right.
We'll have to have another run back, and I'll
Man,
sit
I
in.
never win.
Yeah, I think you've won one.
Just
Man,
imagine
I-
if he threw some Pokemon in there. It would have been.
That'll be
I,
next. That'll be
been
next.
I really didn't show up today.
Or you could just say you just wanted to let somebody else win, right?
No, I mean, every day in and day out, you try your hardest, but today just wasn't my day.
Go back to the drawing board. Figure out
Back
what you
to the
need.
drawing board.
Well, that's all we got for today. We've got some breaks coming up, so stay tuned here at Mojobreak.com. Mojobreak.com for your breaks. Mojobreakshop.com for your latest seal wax. And we have some crazy deals on wax there. Right on the front page, we got the deal of the day. And if you watched earlier, there was a little bit of a code to save some more money on some already low basketball boxes. So check that out at Mojobreakshop.com, where you get wax shipped to your door, and you can become the breaker. And that is it for now for episode 190. We're almost to episode 200, so we're going to be doing the countdown for that. We got some exciting things in store for that. And we'll see you guys next week on The Hype.
Later.